Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Monday. Okay, guys, so we're back today to talk about the Real Housewives of New Jersey with Kiki from The Talk of Shame. So we have a lot to talk about, lots to discuss. Now, welcome back to Up and Adam Channel 2, where we are bringing you all of the extra coverage. And then, of course, on the main channel, we're going to have everything else in between. But we're going to get into all of it. Now, before we do, you guys know how this works. If you haven't already, go ahead, pop off in the comment section. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Definitely don't forget to hit that notification bell. And also a huge thank you to everybody who is bearing with us the past few weeks as we're getting this place together. It has been a shit show, to say the least. It has been an absolute shit show. It has been a nightmare, a freaking nightmare. But we made it through it. And you know what? It builds freaking character. So I'm building character over here. And that's how I'm looking at it. With that, guys, let's jump right in now.
Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it.
All right, guys. So we're going to start off here. Well, first, I believe. Thank you to Reality Blurb. Jackie Goldschneider was met with a ton of backlash on social media over the weekend after wishing Teresa happy birthday. Now, after sharing a slideshow of photos of the two of them, along with a kind message, the star was labeled fame hungry and a joke, as many suspected that she befriended Teresa in an effort to reclaim her full-time role on the show following her demotion. Happy birthday, Teresa. Anything I say will be dissected or loved or cheered or hated. So I'll just say happy birthday. I can't wait to celebrate and looking forward to many more good times ahead. Wishing you the best birthday is what she wrote in the post. Now, after seeing her castmate's kind message, Teresa offered a response saying, "Thank you, love you." And she said, "Love you too, girl." But as for New Jersey cast members' followers, they weren't so kind in the reactions, with many calling out Jackie's apparent desperation and reminding her of the past issues that she had with Teresa. Didn't she call you a stalker and spread rumors about your husband cheating on you? One person asked, giving a nod to Teresa repeating the cheating rumors against Jackie's husband, Evan Goldschneider, which obviously devastated her. "This is a joke. I actually thought you were the smart one of the group," is what another person wrote. Then, after someone else described the post as the smell of desperation, another IG user said, "While it's clear that Jackie wants to be a main cast member again, a friendship with Teresa is not the way." Now, another follower ended up telling Jackie that they don't trust her anymore, as someone else labeled her as fame hungry, with yet another one accusing her of doing anything to be back on the show. Um, Tough crowd for Jackie Goldschneider, for sure. It looks like people are like, really, at the end of the day, listen, girl, we see what you're doing. We see right through you. It looks like you're trying to have some sort of moment. The moment ain't working. And you're trying to make sure that Teresa Giudice and Melissa and the rest of the cast, on top of that, the executive producers for Bravo and the Real Housewives of New Jersey, are paying attention to you. It looks like you are a spineless jellyfish with a hidden agenda. Actually, guys, I met Jackie briefly at BravoCon, and you always have to be careful, I feel like, at BravoCon, because you don't know, like, did you say something shitty? Did you not? And I walked up and I said, "Hi, I just want to say, introduce myself, blah, blah, blah." And she's like, "Oh, no, Adam, nice to meet you." And I said, "Oh, okay, nice to meet you." And the way she looked at me, I was like, "Oh, I must have for sure said that you were boring in the past. I must have." But I also knew it in my gut and in my head, because I was like, I do find you to be boring. I do find you to be not as entertaining as a reality TV participant should be, but that's okay. I mean, I think that it's fine to call out situations. Like, I think Teddy Mellencamp is a shitty reality TV star, but guess what? She's still around and she's doing two T's in a pod. And I think that there's definitely ways to pivot, but I also think it's okay to call a spade a spade. And in this moment, whether it's Teddy Mellencamp or Jackie Goldschneider, I feel like we can call them a spade. I feel like you attempted to be on reality TV. You were not a shoo-in. You were not a great fit. You were not necessarily dramatic enough or that entertaining. And that is not a bad thing. That just means that you're probably more normal than you were hoping to be. That's the questionable thing. Now, with that, we're going to move on over here to this. The new season of The Real Housewives of New Jersey is in full swing, and fans have tons of content to devour. But the cast has several feuds, and the husbands are perhaps more involved than ever. Dolores Catania is opening up about her biggest fight with Margaret Josephs, John Fuda's claims about Teresa Giudice, if the divided cast can mend things, and the explosive fight between Danielle Cabral and Jennifer Aiden. Now, as fans know, Dolores has been on the show since season 7, though her relationship with some of the cast has changed. She still considers herself to be close to Teresa. Additionally, fans are also curious about her personal life as her longtime boyfriend is still married. But first, during an interview on SiriusXM's Jeff Lewis Live, Dolores teases an upcoming fight with Margaret, during which she appears to call Margaret a "see you next Tuesday." Now, that's the biggest fight me and Margaret ever got in. You got to stay tuned. You'll see. Stay tuned. It's insane. But while she says they are good today, she did add, "You're probably going to shit your pants when you see it. But I mean, it was so intense. And then she brought me down and we calmed down and we spoke and we were fine." And that's what friends do when you care about somebody. But in another interview with Us Weekly, Dolores discusses her boyfriend Paul Connell and their next steps. In particular, she expressed frustration at people constantly asking her about when they'll be getting married, as she explained how society pressures people in their relationships. She says, "Why doesn't everybody just ask, what's our next trip? What's your next plans? Does it have to be marriage? Does it have to be an engagement?" She goes on to say that she just wants peace and that she'll be happy with what comes. However, she gets what people want from her, and she also gets that people want the best for her. However, she does share that Paul is very close to a divorce, but she's not pushing him to finish the process. Dolores then discusses her ex husband, Frankie, getting remarried. When asked how she feels about it, she says, "I'm so happy for him. I encouraged it. I was like, if that's what this girl wants, you have to do it." And she even said that she would have helped him pick out a ring and the entire family was happy. But regarding this season of The Real Housewives of New Jersey, she takes a sigh and says, "It's crazy. I always say, how could we beat last season? How could my Irish party be beaten? How could anything come close to that?" Well, it does. But what you're going to see is the finale of a lot of relationships there. And it's definitely closure for people. And you can't come back from the step that you're going to see at the finale. There's no coming back. If there is a shadow of a doubt before, yeah, it's gone. But Dolores then shared that she tried to not allow the situation to get as bad as it got, but now there's just no real hope. However, she says her relationship on the show, relationships, have mostly stayed the same. I've had my things on and off, and you'll see, and I've gotten through them and I've moved forward, and now everything or everyone is going to be able to as well. But Dolores also discussed the friendship dynamic that she hopes the ladies can be civil even if most of the friendships can't be sincere. And she said regarding Teresa and Melissa, for years there was almost this anticipation of something that could happen, and there was always like one of the best days. There was this thing between them that just never connected. And she says it's now easier to be around Teresa and Melissa now that they're not pretending to be on good terms. However, she does say that things come to a head between them this season. And regarding John Fuda saying that Teresa's storyline this year, whatever he said about it, she says, "I don't know why he said that. They have a thing that they go through, but that's not her storyline. I disagree with him. I like him. I like John. He's a great father and John's a great husband. And he's been, good to me." But about fans wondering if this season is everybody versus Teresa, Dolores says, "No, it's not. It's not that." She then discussed her boyfriend wanting to take everyone out for dinner after the reunion. However, not everyone took him up on his offer, as only Teresa, Louis, Danielle, and her husband came. However, while at dinner, he let everybody know that he has no problems with any of the cast. Now, then the conversations turned to Danielle and Jennifer getting into a fight regarding if that was too far. And Dolores says, "No, we've come back from fist fights. We've come back from worse. I just don't think that they're meant for each other. So friends can get into fights and come back. And if there's history there, then maybe there's a sincere likeness." Hmm. Okay. I want to hear what you guys think. So pop off in the comment section, guys. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell and definitely let me know. See you next time.